Hey, welcome to Truth Between Lines. I feel like I am not prepared for this, but we are going to have a good time because sometimes not being prepared is kind of the way to do it, right? I mean, that's it. So if I sat here all day and fiddle and done and have a thing, it would not be Truth Between Lines because I'd just be feeding you information you already know. So I am here having a good time. Wait a couple minutes, everybody gets checked in. Obviously, it's a Friday night. Man, there is a lot going on. I will tell you that. There was a lot happening with the news this week, man. I'm telling you. Let me just check in real quick on another chat. Oh, that's not right. Hold on a minute. That's there's so many channels going on. Hey, Mohammed. Hey, welcome, man. It's good to see you. I was actually waiting a couple minutes till some more people checked in, but man, you're here. Again, it's probably late for you. Good. Sounds good. Everything else is fine. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Very good. So, Mohammed, where are you at in the world today, Mohammed? Anything happening? You still in South America, South Africa, I should say? Let me just chew this real quick. There we go. Cool. So, Mohammed, what have you been hearing since you're like the only one on this channel as far so far? What have you been hearing right now with what's happening in Iran and the United States? And do you think that there's going to be an attack, an invasion coming up? What are your thoughts on that? Let me know. Hey, Stuart. Hey, jalapeno. No, hey, Stuart. Good to see you, buddy. So I don't know if you heard that last question from Mohammed, but it was kind of like, and Stuart, you too, chime in too. What do you guys think as far as what's going to happen in Iran this weekend, if this weekend or just in general? You know, what are you thinking? And again, I'm distracted because I wasn't expecting you guys to be on here that quick. So, but it's always good to see you. What do you guys think? Anything happening? And again, I'm not sure how long the delay is. So if you hear me like not talking, it's kind of because I'm waiting for the answers to pop up on there. But on a totally unrelated but different note, I put up a video earlier this week that is doing surprisingly well. And again, you just never know what the algorithm is going to feed you. We did a video called "Do Illegals Have Constitutional Rights?" or "Do Illegals Have Rights?" Damn, I'm up to 849 views, which for me is freaking astronomical. So that is cool. 92 comments. We're just flowing. And yeah, man, I got almost 50 hours of watch time on that one, which right now, if I'm being honest with you, if you're just really just checking into this whole thing, I'm really trying to get my watch hours up and just trying to get that going because I'm trying to hit 3,000 watch hours. I'm only at about 1,500, so that would be cool and to do that one. But so that was a big relief when I hit that one. All right, so Stuart thinks still a week or so out. Okay, I could deal with that. Yep. I don't think we're going to rush into anything at all. And then Mohammed says, I'm back to Germany and my 6 weeks off started. Oh, that's good. Good. It's been like this for years. Nothing new. Same goes with China, Taiwan situation. The tension is media made. Wow, Mohammed, man, that's a fantastic comment because that's actually really good to hear. Number one, you're on 6 weeks off. So enjoy your vacation or whatever you decide to do on that one. But you think the same goes as China, Taiwan situation. That is tension is media made. I was kind of talking to that with a few other people, including Daily Riot, which I'm sure we'll jump on here in a little bit. But it's like, seriously, like the saber rattling is real. I think overall, but there's no reason that Donald Trump and President Trump and just everybody for the United States needs to be in a war with Iran. And I'm wondering at that point, whereas we can do all of these things, but should we do it? Can we do it? Do we want to do it? And the answer is no. And so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we just don't, and we just don't cross that line. Now we can saber rattle, we can put the embargo on, we can kind of cut them back financially, hurt their infrastructure. We can do all of those things, but we don't have to actually have boots on the ground. We don't have to drop bombs. We don't have to do anything more than we've already done or what we promised to do. And so that's what I'm hoping. So put it in the chat. Let me know what you think. If I'm right on the right track, do you think the America, Navy military should be in Iran? Do you think we should go and be going after them? What are your thoughts on that one? So anyway, Howard Clegg, good to see you. You finally did catch a live stream. That's very cool. Howard, thanks for commenting on my other video. I hope you enjoyed that one. I kind of put that together. Cicero Peep, hey, buddy, good to see you. Welcome to chat. It's always good to see the same kind of names pop up, and it's awesome to check back in. But good to have you guys on here on a Friday night. That's fantastic. So anyway, let me know. I don't want to do a video on Iran only because it's not my wheelhouse, but I feel it's worth talking about because obviously if we're going to go to war, if we're going to have a problem, that's going to be an issue. And I just hope we don't do it at all. But I don't know. Put it in the comments. Let me know what you think. I'll grab my swig of drink here. But if you guys haven't seen yet, I did do a video earlier this afternoon about the Chicago Bears leaving Chicago and leaving Illinois altogether. I thought that was pretty interesting, and I kind of roped it in with what happened with the Seattle Seahawks and the fact that they won the Super Bowl, but yet Sam Darnold still had to pay money into the whole system because of California's jock tax. And then I also did it is if the Seattle Seahawks are up for sale, are the Seahawks going to stay in Seattle? Because if you put a wealth tax, is any brand new owner going to see that and be like, yeah, I just don't want to be there anymore? Or any players too in free agency says, hey, I could go to Tennessee, I can go to Texas, I can go to Florida, or I can go to Indiana, and I can basically get paid more because I'm not going to be taxed for my jock tax and all the other things for it. I'd rather be a free agent with there. The team might be good, might be bad, depending on it. But at the same time, if I can make more money, where are my loyalties on that one? So that was kind of an interesting video. We'll talk about that as we get further on this one, but I wanted to bring that up. Mohammed, though, remember when you explained Trump, he wants 10%? Yeah, I did. Yep. So he wants 10%. He goes ask for 100%. So the other side is fine with 50%. Apply it to the Iran situation. Thank you. I'm glad you're paying attention, Mohammed. Thank you. Yeah, right. So my whole thing was, like Trump wants this. He wants these things. He asked for this up here. And then, what do they do? They're like, oh, no, Trump will give you this. This is what we give you. And so he wins because he gets what he wants. So anyway, Mohammed, that's a great thing. Again, that was not my line though. Michael Knowles, possibly one of those other guys, one of those other smarter guys. And I said that one, but then Howard Jefferson said, avoid foreign entanglements. Yep, exactly. I see. I got Jefferson. Well, you can't see it, but it's over here. It's over here on my right, on my left. You're right. And joining the army is the highest form of prostitution. Wow, Pastor. Wow. Interesting. So, Pastor, man. Hey, by the way, welcome back, Pastor. Good to see you again. It's actually funny. I actually ran on my pastor tonight, I just realized that. Totally unrelated thing. So, hey, welcome back to the chat. It's good to see you. Stuart says China is continuing to prepare for Taiwan. U.S. and many other allies' confrontation is different than Iran. Okay. The tension is at 10%. The media making it seem as if it's 100%, while in worst case scenario, it won't go beyond 50% margin. Interesting. It's funny because Stuart and a few of the other guys know I'm scheduled to go to Taiwan in July. I have a conference there. There's about 30,000 of us going to Taiwan. And number one, I bought the trip insurance. I'll tell you that right now. I bought the trip insurance because I just don't know what's going to happen on that one. Fingers crossed, like they don't be invaded by China during the week that we're all there, which I really doubt they would, because they would not do it that week because there's 30,000 people from around the world that are going to be visiting Taiwan. And I don't think that would be a whole good scenario for China to do that. But you never know. I'll tell you right now, though, if Taiwan gets invaded and I'm there, I already have plans with a few buddies of mine that are basically going to be taking care of me and following along. And I will have the best darn content in the entire world. I will tell you that right now. I will absolutely have the best content if Taiwan is invaded while I am there. So hey, I'm checking in on one other thing. There we go. Cool. Let me just, by the way, as I'm watching my other buddy, Prosperity Lounge, he's live right now too, as well. I'm dropping a little, not hearts, but all the other like celebratory things in the right column. Put those in there. It kind of helps out the algorithm that people find stuff. And just kind of do that. And we just hit 10 minutes. So if you guys are on here for the first time, please like and subscribe. I would love to have you guys on there, which is funny actually, because I did not check. I got one new subscriber as we started. So I'm at 626. Just which 626 for a lot of people is not a big deal, but for me, I'm having a good time with it because I'm just having a great time. Christy Nelson. All right, cool. Hey, thank you, Christy Nelson, for subscribing. I appreciate that very much. Awesome. Very good. All right. So, hey, where did I leave off? Trump. Trump will now use military confrontation as in new tariffs. Oh, Stuart, that is interesting. So, Stuart, you talking about what happened with the Supreme Court today? So, yeah, that we can get into that. You will be famous and then dead. Well, Howard, I hope not. But if you say so, fine. Captain Cake's in the house. Welcome, guys. Good to see you, Captain Cake. Very cool. It's been a week or so since you've been on here, man. Which is probably my fault because I actually haven't gone live this week. I've been kind of lazy. I went earlier this week, but then I just got sidetracked and busy. So anyway, good to see you. Anyway, back to Stuart's comment though. Trump will use military confrontation as new tariffs. I haven't followed it. And the funny thing about the whole tariff situation, if you're not following, this is what Supreme Court came down and basically overturned Trump's tariffs. I started watching the Fox News report and everything else on that. And then it was kind of like, I got so bored. I started doing something else. And then like 5 or 10 minutes went by and I was like, oh, I should shoot. I should really be paying attention to what's going on in the Supreme Court. But I totally forgot. And because I was bored out of my mind. And I was like, oh shit, I got to go back. So I had to go back and I actually rewatched it. And then I probably rewatched about 2 or 3 minutes. And then I got bored again and moved on. So if you guys put something in the chat, let me know what you think about what happened in the Supreme Court today. I'll believe it because I honestly don't understand overall how the Supreme Court got involved when I would say that the president can do what he wants to with tariffs. But again, they're coming out saying that's a tax. And Justice Roberts said it was a tax. So kind of, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird to think that they, we have a majority as far as Republicans go in the Supreme Court per se, as far as I get, it's nonpartisan, of course, but elected by Republican presidents. And that happens. So that was interesting. That was crazy. But the new tariff, 10% military aircraft use instead of 10% tariff. Yeah, I mean, we could do that. That could be our thing. It could be just raise it up as far as what we're selling and, well, not necessarily buying, but what we're selling to other countries and what we're allowing them to use. That could be, you could be right, Stuart. You could be absolutely right. Again, I don't know because I started falling asleep even just listening to that. And it was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but yeah. So let me know any other comments about the tariffs though. Because I'm just curious because again, it's above my pay grade to figure that out. And, but I do think it's important. Obviously it's important to do that. So Stuart wrote the hammer. Well, are you talking about Midnight Hammer? The one, the Venezuela, when we picked him up. I don't know. But again, there's so many the stories though of just today. I mean, if you guys are watching the State of the Union, that's on Tuesday night. Oh, here we go. Howard, you realize the SC expresses an opinion as co-equal branch. He can ignore it. Oh, good point. So you realize the Supreme Court expresses an opinion as executive branch. I'm assuming that's what means the equal branch. He can ignore it. Here's the problem, Howard, and I agree with you. I mean, I know the balance of power, of course, the 3 different things, but if he does that though, every Democrat runs. So yeah, every Democrat runs on the midterms saying that, Trump is ignoring the Constitution. So it's kind of like if Republicans were for the Constitution and they were for everything that's written on paper and in black and white, and then they go against it. Now the media turns into, hey, look at Trump. He's throwing the Constitution. You might as well be burning it up and not doing anything at all. So as much as I want to agree with you, it just on paper, it looks bad. And obviously the spin doctors that are the Democrats will put that on there and do the whole thing. But All right. So, international social news. If you want news, I meant yesterday was the beginning of Islamic Ramadan month. Yep. Congratulations. Ramadan. Ramadan. All right. So, Fionn, welcome to the chat. Um, yeah, remind me, Muhammad. I obviously, we know you're Muslim, we know that, and what Ramadan is. We had Ash Wednesday on Wednesday, and Fat Tuesday, and all the fun stuff going on that one. But anyway, take a look at that and see what happens. Jackson did it. He's a man of action. FDR did it all the time. We're talking about Andrew Jackson from the great state of Tennessee. That is interesting. He ignored it. Yeah, Jackson was freaking crazy. I'll tell you that right now. I read his book. Actually, I have Jackson's book somewhere. Somewhere it's somewhere. I have Andrew Jackson's biography behind me somewhere like that. That guy was a madman, and I'll tell you that right now. He was all over the place. FDR too. Shit, the Howard. The funny thing is, I actually read Howard. I read FDR's, and I have Eleanor Roosevelt too. I read in college. Well, if you don't know, my bookcase back here, I've basically read the majority of these books. I can't say I read 100% of these books, but there is a whole nother layer of books behind these books too. It's a really deep bookcase. So that is a legitimate fact though. I've actually read a lot of the books behind me. If you watch some of my other videos with a bigger window, you'll see the bookcase back there. And that's what I've done on that one. But so just be aware of that. But I read Eleanor Roosevelt's book. I know a lot about FDR, what he's done, and then Andrew Jackson too. But Stewart says the president has other platforms available to him to continue his pressure on fair trade practices. Yep, I agree with that one. And obviously, Donald Trump will figure out something. One of the reports came in, it was not my words, but one of the reports came in saying that, the White House is going to not be happy with this, but at the same time, they kind of knew it was could possibly happen. So now that it's actually happened and now that it's out there, yeah, that's basically it right there. That's the whole thing behind everything for that matter. So we'll kind of see how it all plays out on the aspect of that one, and then what he does next. And with President Trump, you have no idea what he's going to do next. Let's just be honest right there. Let's see here. So I got a few things happening here. I got rings going on. I got all kinds of fun stuff going on. I got comments on some of my other videos that I put out. Here, we need to stop. Non-citizens are not under the jurisdiction of the United States. Only citizens. So it's funny. Well, I'll get back to the comments here, but I wanted to talk about something I put up there. People who complain about Trump do it because they're brainwashed. People who complain about Trump. Pastor, it's funny. If I could just slow it real quick and Pastor here. Man, you're all over the place. Like, I think you're on my side, and then I think you're not. And then you put the comment like that, and I'm like, oh, he is cool with us. All right. So anyway, all views are welcome at the same time, but it's just funny to me that, like, Pastor, I always think to myself, man, I'm not sure where I fit with this guy, but all right. But hey, cool. All right. So FDR wanted to stack the court if didn't get his what? Yes, that is Howard 100%. Yeah, he did want to do that. Of course, Biden wanted to do that too. I mean, I think even Chuck Schumer talks about doing that if they weren't going to get their way and kind of thing. I mean, when it came down to it, nothing happened though. Trump greatest POTUS. Hey, welcome Dream World. Yep, you are in the right place if that's what you think. So we are in the right place on that one. Who was the president kicked ass and made America twice as big? I mean, Thomas Jefferson? What? wait. Real quick. Again, I'm going to call you Fiona. Hopefully that's okay. Obviously, you have a long name. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just saying Fiona. Just saying that. Who was the president who kicked ass and made America twice as big? I'm going to go with Thomas Jefferson, 1803, Louisiana Purchase. Is that what you're talking about? I have his bobblehead right here. That matters. So that's my answer. That's my answer to that one. All right. It's a month where people fast. Okay, so here's Muhammad. Again, respect to Ramadan. Okay, it's a month where people fast, no eating and no drinking from sunrise until sunset. I don't have any news. Just thought I'd bring this up. The only thing I really know about Ramadan and everything else was like Akeem Olajuwon. He was a center for the Rockets, the Houston Rockets. I mean, he played for the Toronto Raptors too. But I remember they're always worried about him playing basketball during Ramadan because physically, like, you're not eating or drinking at all before the game, and his whole system was messed up, his physical body. And here he's a guy here, he's an elite athlete, and he's got to go to an NBA game and get, knocked around by a bunch of other guys. And so that was a big crazy thing on that one. But I don't know. Trump is the most transparent president America has had since the founding fathers. Yeah, who can argue with that? And the funny thing is, people do argue with that, Pastor. They do. They argue with that, and it's funny to me. And I think we're going to look back in 10 years, maybe definitely 20, definitely 50 years from now, and know that hey, this guy was legit. He was there. I mean, yeah, he's made mistakes. He's a man. I mean, he's made really bad mistakes, but president wise, yeah, he's done a great job. So, all right. So Howard says, great men have to step up and they have the support of the people, which he does, which he does. Okay. Oh, the next comment says does. Yeah. Great men have to step up when they are support. Yeah. 100%. I agree with that one. All right. Stuart, the American consumer in a free market can also exact pressure on nations to achieve fair trade. American consumer, free market. Yes. And that's the good thing about a free market. The fact that we're allowed to do that. We can boycott who we want to. We can buy from what we want to. We can do all the things we want to. So, hey, good comments, by the way. It's fantastic, guys. We did hit 20 minutes. If you guys don't mind, if you're just here for the first time, please like and subscribe. That would be fantastic. It helps handle a lot. But yeah, keep the chat rolling, though. This is good, guys. Good deal on a Friday night. I'm trying to keep up, by the way. If I miss a comment, let me know. Maybe, or just copy and paste it. Just copy and paste it. Let me know that I missed it. Because I try and catch them all. But it's going pretty quick. So Jefferson made the country twice as big. I thought so. That was my trivia question right there. My name is Epstein Files, but I'll have to. All right. So Brian, welcome to the channel. My name is in the Epstein Files, but I've had to fight state elections. What should I do now? All right. Well, hey, yeah. No, you should. Yeah. Anyway, I was going to say something funny, but it's not as funny. Stuart, I stayed at a Ramadan hotel last week. Very nice. Let's see. The Muslim rules are a bit strange to me. Only my opinion. Yep. Okay. Let's see. So, hey, Steel Derek, welcome to the chat. Steel Derek, I think you've been here before. So good to see your name again. Drop the filibuster, pass the tariffs. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing, too. The next thing we need to put, besides the SAVE Act, we need to figure that out, too. Speaking of the SAVE Act, do you guys see Mitch McConnell? Do you guys see his behavior? If I can call it behavior, a little crazy. Mitch is a little beyond the Joe Biden thing. So, all right. So we got Fion's back. I Googled.com at Polk. What do you guys think about him? James K. Polk. Well, he's freaking from Tennessee. So, of course, no one knows the damn thing about him, but I don't know what exactly do you want to talk about him? I mean, he didn't do much. Let's just put it that way. I think he was only a one-term president too, which isn't a bad thing, but overall, that is what it is. I'm getting a call. Sorry. All right. Hey, Emma Wing, greetings from Scotland. Well, very cool, Emma. Very nice. Welcome to the chat. Glad to see you on here. If you got any input or what's going on over there in Scotland, let us know. That'd be fantastic. Love to hear from you. Mamdani. Okay, so then Howard Clegg, I assume that's Mamdani, is a celebrity Ramadan at City Hall, but refuses equal celebration for Easter. That's an interesting one right there. That is interesting. Why Kalos, welcome. Good to see you on the chat. Pastor said, I'm not Muslim, but if you just eat enough when the sun is down, the fasting won't affect you at all. It's actually the easiest form of fasting. Yeah. That's I wake up before the sun comes up, so I usually eat a lot in the morning and kind of go down as I go throughout that. But so Brian here, I'll try my best to win elections as long as I'm not arrested. I hope Netanyahu gets me through this time around. Okay. All right, Brian. Yeah, stay out of those things for sure. No Texas without Polk. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, was he get Texas? That would have been what, 1865? No, before 1865. I don't know. I'm trying to think about that real quick. Sorry, again, I'm getting a little chat here. All right, no Texas without Polk. All right, well, he didn't double the size, so that was the whole thing beyond the fiance. So very cool. Tucker has been deported back to Israel. Stuart, is that true? What was that thing that he got something? He got detained or something like that? Was that in Israel? I think he was doing some interview or whatever else. I saw something about it, but I didn't get a whole lot into it just because I don't know. It's hard in today's world to figure out what's real and what's not real. And so unless I hear it 2 or 3 times, I just don't kind of pay attention. So yeah, let me know about Tucker. Hopefully Tucker Carlson's okay. I got his book. Well, oh, there it is. The Long Slide. Again, read that one. So I got that one right there. Just drop something. But anyway, again, it's funny. I look at my bookshelf constantly and figure it out. So Mohammed, I'm not sure of asking. I must have missed something, Mohammed. I'm not sure if I missed that one at the beginning, but yeah, you have to eat more then. Yeah. For as far as we're talking about Ramadan and fasting and everything else. Yeah. I don't know. I just try and do my best. Right now, I gotta be honest with you. For Lent, though, I'm a Catholic. When I gave up for me late night TV or late night TV. Let's put it that way. So I can no longer watch TV after the sun goes down, which is about 7:15 or so, 7:30. Because a lot of times what I do is, we'll do this on a night. I'll do a video. I'll do something. I'll do a short, and then I'll go upstairs. My wife and I watch TV, and then we fall asleep on the couch, and then we wake up in a panic. We're like, "Oh my God, honey, you fell asleep again. You fell asleep. Get up, so you can go to bed, go back to the bedroom, and go to bed and go back to sleep." So even though we already are sleeping, but that's kind of unfortunately, our nightly routine. And can't say it's a bad thing because we love our life, but hey, that's what it is. But Stewart says he wasn't detained any more than anyone that visits Israel. Yeah, see, I didn't think so. I think the media obviously blows stuff up on that one. So thanks for Stewart for checking in on that one. So Brian says Bray's love story can never exist. Trump loves Netanyahu. I've heard a lot of that. I definitely have, and I've seen it. I guess there was a thing where Trump pulled out the chair for Netanyahu, which I have never even seen until like months afterwards. Someone brought the Daily Riot, which again, he'll probably be on here. He brought it to my attention, and I'm like, I just see one man holding the chair for another world leader. I mean, that's it. I mean, Trump's the most powerful man in the world. What's a better power play? You pull the chair out for somebody else. Is that a bad thing? I mean, I don't know. To me, it's kind of a respect issue. That's all it was. But anyway, that's my thing on that one. Pastor says, I love Alex Jones. He's an angel and messenger of God. Yes. I haven't had a chance. I don't know if you brought it up the other day, Pastor, to watch the Fresh and Fit one. I don't know if that's like a name or something, but I was supposed to look that up, and I just haven't had a chance to watch that one. But yeah, Alex Jones. My only issue with Alex is his voice. I wish he didn't have that. Not that I have the best voice in the world, but I know he just has that whole raspy thing. I don't know if he got in an accident or something happened to him, or it's RFK where he had his vocal cords cut out. I don't know. All right, it's 936. Do not pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. Attack today. Hey, man, that is fantastic news right there. I've heard that before, so I know it's not original, to be honest with you. But yes, yeah, that's really good advice right there. Do not pray for an easy life. Pray. Anyway, welcome to the chat. Glad you have you on here. So we were Poke, 1840s. Okay, so it was 1840s. He started the Mexican-American War, also to deport the natives westward. All right, Howard. Well, there's your history lesson, everybody. James K. Polk from Tennessee, 1840s, started the Mexican-American War and also deported the natives westward. Well, yeah, again, we wouldn't have Texas and a lot of Southwest America without, I guess, with the expansion. So interesting stuff. I'll try the El Mico. I'm not sure, but anyway, apparently Mitt Romney's from Arkansas. I didn't know that. There you go. If you say so, I believe it. No problem at all. You had a Error 911's back. All right, Bill. Welcome, Error 911. And I'm laughing because Error 911 always brings something where he completely insults me, and then like later on he will absolutely contribute to an actual real conversation. So Error 911, here's to you. You have a wife. I thought you were a gay mate. So all right. That is funny. Well, you know what? I love everybody. No, I'm just kidding. Not really. No, I have a wife. Yes, actually, I've been married 22 years. It'll be 23 in October. So I mean, which October is far away. So I've been married 22 years. Yep. Actually, the sad thing about it, my stupid ring, my fingers got so fat that I can't get my ring off anymore. I'm actually have to get my ring drilled off here in a little bit. I don't want to do it because It's at that point where like my ring, it still moves, it's still cool. I just can't get it over my knuckle, so I know I'll never lose it, and so I don't want to take it off because of that. But at the same time, like it's just not healthy for my finger. But anyway, there's way more information you guys all need to know, especially Error 911 need to know. But hey, there you go on that one. Habit missed once is a mistake, but a habit missed twice is the start of a new habit. Never give up. Look at that. This guy's got some good stuff. I like it. I like it. I'm not sure if this is the right channel for like self-help, like motivational stuff, but hey, we will take it. And Howard Clegg backs me up. We all happy here. But again, Howard, yeah, Error's been here for a while. Don't worry about that. That's funny as all heck. All right, Trump has held chairs for 3 leaders so far. Oh, there we go. It's an interesting one. So, Brian, Trump has held chairs for 3 leaders so far: Turkey, Israel, and Indian prime minister. I mean, I guess some other people had some issues. Some other conservative talk shows, including Tucker Carlson and a few others, had some issues with that. I don't necessarily see an issue with being nice. I mean, it comes down to the whole thing is like, especially if you're at the White House, if you're in Washington, you're in America, the home of us. We're going to treat you right because that's what we're supposed to be doing. So, I don't know. So that's my thing. I didn't see a problem. Let's just put it that one. Anyway, all right. So Fiona says, I'm going to gate crash the St. Patrick's Day parade in Dublin as Donald Trump. I already made the big head. Interesting. Wait, so is the other lady, or I think it was a lady from Scotland, are you still on here? I forgot her name. Let me go back to it. Is she still here? The one from Scotland? Emma Wing. Emma Wing, you still on here? And again, I know there's a delay as far as the voice goes and everything else, but I am just curious how Donald Trump is actually perceived, in Dublin and Scotland and England for that matter. Is Keir Starmer doing a good job? What is the perception? I'm actually really curious about that. So that would be fun to hear on that one. Let's see. We got a bunch of stuff. I'm still watching these chats from some other stuff. So let me just look. Like I said, it's just me here. As much as I like say, like we and a team, and everything else. So if you put something in the comments, you let me know what you think on that one. So, all right. So let's see. Socialism and big government is coming to New York. Theodore Roosevelt was great president. National parks. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Socialism and big government. Well, I think it's already there actually. Well, and if you're talking about New York City, but yeah, socialism and big government. It's already hit you, man. It's already hit you. So yeah, agreed on that one. Then why Kalos, also from Scotland, and we hate Trump. Oh, interesting. Why? Please, again, I'm asking the honest question. Why do you hate Trump? Why would you hate Trump from another country? Put it in the comments. Again, I know there's a delay, but let us know. Let's talk about it. Let's have this conversation out in the open. You type in, I'm talking. So put it out there. Let me know. Let me know what you actually think about that one. And I'm assuming Emma Wing is gone, but great. Glad to have people on. Anyway, take a look. Hey, we are over 30 minutes though, guys. If you have liked and subscribed, please put it on there. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate the channel growth. I'm having just a fantastic time with it. But all right. So there's also, so Fiona says, there's all sorts of protests when he visits these parts, but normal people love him. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, pretty much protest whenever any sitting president or prime minister or king goes to places, but the normal people is interesting on that one. I'm just curious. Yeah, Fiona, where are you from? Are you from there too? Actually, do me a favor, everybody. Well, unless the people I already know, Stuart, Howard, and Mohammed, put it in like where you're coming from. Just give me the country or the state, just kind of so I just know, just so I know who I'm talking to, and then maybe might have some more questions from you. Trump is hated in his own country. Do you expect people worldwide won't? Well, that's the question, Mohammed. I mean, now number one, Mohammed, real quick. Trump is not hated in his own country. Well, okay, yes, he is, but obviously not by 77 million people who voted for him. and he won the election. Okay. So he won the popular vote. It wasn't at the electoral college. He actually won the whole popular vote. So over 50% love Donald Trump, or at least voted for him. His approval ratings are actually up right now too. Trump's approval ratings now are at 50%, which is huge for a president at all, for that matter. But the fact that his stuff is going on right now, and he's only been in office for what, a year and a month now, on the second term, of course. So we're kind of seeing those things where things are starting to work. I mean, gas prices are down, grocery prices are down, the economy is up. We're over 50,000 in the stock market. I mean, there is a lot of good things going forward. So when you say that, Mohammed, and again, I would completely respect your opinion, but do you expect people worldwide? I'm just curious what people worldwide think about him, because he is putting on so many tariffs. He's putting on so many things. He's pressuring people militarily. I mean, he snatched up Maduro out of Venezuela. Cuba is basically cut off. They're not be able to do anything there. We got the Strait of Hormuz is covered with 2 aircraft carriers and a whole armada that we have. So who knows what's going to happen in Iran? We're not helping Ukraine with financially and with military effort like Joe Biden did. So yeah, I could imagine Trump is hated around the world, but I could care less, because you know what? America loves him. Over, half the percent. Again, polls say over 50% now approve of what he's doing. So let me know. So Mohammed, again, I'm not picking on you at all, but at the same time, that's the whole thing. America first. He ran on America first, not Germany or China or Taiwan or South America. He ran on America first. That's it. That's what we wanted for. That's what he was voted for. So it's interesting. Anyway, there's that. Stewart said he is a broad group. He means he. I don't know. I got kind of anyway. Okay. Everybody hates Trump in Europe because the media brainwashes them with their narrative. Okay. Yep. Kind of what I was saying on that one. Okay. So Fiona's from Ireland. Very cool. Very cool. Thank you for checking in. I have not been there. My wife has actually been there twice to Ireland, once since we've been married. Kiss the Barney Stone and all that stuff, but very cool. Anyway, so that's interesting. Please give me more information. That's great. They Pastor says they think Hillary is the good one. Okay. All right. Steel Derek. I'm a JFK Dem. Trump was, wait, no. I'm a JFK Dem. Trump was the best choice. Borders were out of control and economy was going in the wrong direction. Period. So that's interesting. Steel Derek. Let's slow down on that period. That point. They would kind of say JFK now, even though he was a Democrat back in the 60s, when he was president and senator. If you look at what he did and the choices he made, he'd be an absolute Republican now. I mean, JFK would literally be a Democrat if he were today's world. And so that's very interesting on that one. So yeah, I mean, and what is that? Does that mean the Democrat Party has changed away from JFK, or has the Republican Party changed more towards Democrats? It's an interesting thing on that one. So, hello from, okay, so Mahmoud, hello from Syria. I have a little question. What is the scariest thing that ever happened to you? All right. Well, we don't have time for that one. Sorry, buddy. And then we got Ian Ward says America loves a rapist. No. Joe Biden is not the president anymore. Donald Trump's the president right now. As far as people voted for a pedo, yeah, like 87 million or something like that voted for Joe Biden. But again, those people didn't show up when they were voting for Trump and Hillary in 2016, and they didn't vote for Kamala in 2024. So no, America does not love a racist, because we got rid of Joe Biden and everybody else. So there is that. Okay, so here we go. So Mohammed, I don't hate Trump for whatever he does in America or the tariffs or Maduro or I hate him because he's a key factor to me sleeping every single night from 2015, 2019 to the sound of tens of bombings. Okay, yeah. So if you guys don't know, Mohammed travels the world on work. He does a whole bunch of stuff. God, man, when he started coming on this channel, he was in Germany, in South America, Madagascar, all around the world. So that's in mind. Take in mind, I was 13. Wait, no. And then I want to jump his next comment later on. Again, I'm jumping around because I'm seeing the whole thing. Take in mind, I was 13-year-old in 2015. All right. So that's interesting. Yeah. And you grew up in Yemen, right? I mean, that's where your thing. Well, yeah, I can imagine that. And here's the interesting thing. So my grandfather was hated the Koreans. My grandfather absolutely hated Koreans. You know why he hated the Koreans? Because he was 18 to 26 years old, I want to say. I think he did 2 tours. He was fighting Koreans, and he was literally fighting Koreans. So does that make all Koreans bad people because my grandfather was fighting hand-to-hand combat in Korea in the late 50s? Does that make all Koreans bad people? And then so you say if Donald Trump was dropping bombs in 2015, so 11 years ago, does that make him a bad person? I mean, I get it. PTSD is a real thing, but at the same time, I might just told my grandfather, like, hey, I get it. But that was kind of thing. So moving on, many countries not happy with Trump because they can't screw us over like before. I don't care what they think. Stuart Gorham, exactly. I mean, that's kind of exactly what I was saying. America first, right? I mean, sorry, that's the whole scenario with everything going on right now. He was elected on America first. If the other countries don't like the tariffs, if the other countries don't like the trade agreements they have, don't trade with us. Sorry, move on. And the NGOs and everything else we are paying for, what, a Sesame Street in Iran? I mean, all those different things we are paying for, we don't need that. We don't want that. We don't care. Move on. That's it. Don't care. All right. So again, Ian's back up. Why do you support pedophilia? I don't. I said I don't like Joe Biden. I'm not sure why you're bringing that up again, but all right. By the way, when you got to like add different numbers into the word, probably shouldn't be sharing on YouTube because you're going to be freaking blocked. But all right. Does that even show up on there? I don't even know. Anyway, by the way, I'm on Restream. So if you're not seeing comments that are actually listed, what I'm talking about is because I'm on Restream. So I see all of the comments and they might not be showing up necessarily in the actual chat, which it actually looks like it's not, or maybe this is behind. Actually, yeah, I'm looking at my chat on my personal page. And I'm really realizing exactly that, where some of the comments aren't showing up. So you might see them on the screen. You might hear me talking about them, but you're not seeing them on the YouTube channel only because they're being filtered. And it's not me filtered. I have no filters on this channel at all, but it's just YouTube, but just in general. So, all right. So if you know, neo-institutions are an arm of our government, which messes with people's opinions, take the jab, believe the rubbish, etc. Ireland is obsessed with Gaza amidst disastrous government policies. You got a lot in that one, but there you go. That's the whole thing. Yep. And then Pastor's asking about Greenland. Why did Trump want to buy Greenland? Well, it's funny. I actually did. I did a whole video on that. It's called Strategic Bases. I did it a couple weeks ago. Please watch that. If you're just here for the first time, hey, we're over 40 minutes now. Go watch some of the other videos. I put them on there. Why do we want Greenland was specifically on there. Overall, military. I mean, that's the overall thing because number one, the Arctic Strait and just being the proximity to Russia and to be able to get to the world. Remember, the world's not flat. It's actually globe, okay, for flat earthers. But at the same time, you can get around the world real quick if you just go over it. And a lot of the bases that we need are in Greenland in order to do that. Now, we have a base there already, but of course, we want to expand, and that's kind of what we're figuring out. Second thing was the minerals. There's a lot of minerals in Greenland. Number three is just the space. Why would you not want an island? I mean, why would you not want the biggest island in the entire world under control? Why would you not want that? Land is, think about it. What, people say, why'd you buy Alaska? Well, okay, geez, oil supply. We bought it from Russia. Why do we get Hawaii? Why do we convince Hawaiians to become part of America? Because we are able to put bases there. That's the expansion of the United States. That's what we do. We are an empire, no matter how you look at it. Why not buy Greenland? If you actually look at stuff too, a lot of young people don't understand it, but the United States has continuously expanded. We talked about 1803 earlier in this chat, just because Thomas Jefferson got Louisiana Purchase. We talked about Polk taking over Texas. I mentioned Hawaii. We got Alaska. So for the history of the United States, we've continuously grown. We haven't lost anything. Hell, we bought Florida from the Spanish. We've continuously expanded. why do you think in 2026 we're just not going to expand anymore? I mean, why? We got Puerto Rico too, for that matter. We got a bunch of islands down in the Caribbean. Why would we not want Greenland? So, Pastor, it's a great question, but again, why would we not? Why? That's my ultimate answer. Why would Trump not want to buy Greenland? But please watch that strategic basis, though. Please watch that one. Just do that one. Howard, the chat is hard to read with your screen question at the bottom. Oh, are you on your phone? Interesting. Okay. Yeah. See, I have it on a laptop, but I have it weird. So I don't know. I don't know if I can help you on that one, Howard. Sorry. Government controls opinions here now. People never voted for what we are getting. We probably need a Trump type to shake things up. If there were a t-shirt, Stuart Gorham, there's your t-shirt right there. You know, there's another t-shirt for all around the world. We need that. Ian says Trump is a pedophile. Prove it. I'll tell you right now, prove it. What information do you have, Ian, that Trump is a pedophile? All right. Fiona, I saw at least you're honest. Well, thank you. Yes, I do try and be honest. Yes. So thank you for that one. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Hey, and I try, just so you guys know, I mean, I put videos out, I put shorts out. Please watch them. I try and be honest in all those too. We do a live a couple times a week. I mean, I try and go 4 to 5 or 6 times a week. I'm always on Sunday between 6 and 7, usually about 6:30. I get on here. So just know that if you want to jump on, you want to hear some other stuff. And if there's any topics you want to talk about, if I don't know about it, I'll tell you I don't know about it. If I know about it, we'll talk about it. But again, if I don't, though, I'll write notes down and maybe I'll bring it up in a later session too. So anyway, appreciate you subbing. I appreciate that. Online Karen, I don't see that book the Austrian painter wrote on your shelf. You know what? Hold on, Karen. I hold on, chat. I hold on. I'm sorry. You know what? If I'm being completely honest with you, online Karen, I have it. Wow. It must be in the back. It must. Okay. So the Australian painter is basically the guy that ran Germany in the 1940s and 1930s and 1940s. I have the rise and fall of it, and I actually have it. So it must, just so you know, guys, real quick, this is what you see. There's actually a whole nother layer of books in the back, and I kind of rotate them depending on just how I feel or what I'm looking for and that kind of thing. So, yeah, I have it. But you know what? Again, online Karen, listen, it's the whole thing. History repeats itself. If you don't understand history, if you don't understand how things happen, then you're doomed to repeat it. It's a common saying, but that's the thing. You're doomed to repeat it. So you got to figure it out. And not that I'm a fan, not that I agree with what he did, but if that ever comes up again later on down the road, you got to know what to look for. Plain and simple. And that's me being honest. So back to that one. So or that one. So again, so here's Ian coming in. This is the chat and restream. Trump is a pedophile. You voted for pedophilia. Again, prove it, buddy. I don't even know who you are, buddy. Anyway, pay attention. All right, so back to Pastor. But Greenland already belongs to its people. It's that okay? Then by that logic, the Taliban might as well take over the world. All right, so I'll counter with this, Pastor. Good question. If the Taliban could militarily, financially take over the world, would they? Yes or no? And the answer is probably yes. I'll answer the question for you. So yes, they would. Now they can't though, because they just don't have enough money and they're living in caves and they're on the run. So that's the whole thing on that one. So anyway, Greenland already belongs. And Greenland already belongs to Norway, right? I mean, they belong to Norway. Well, what if they want to sell it? What if the people of Greenland want to give it up? What if Greenland wants to become a part of America? Why would you not want to become America? I mean, that's a real question. Why would you not want to become America if you had the opportunity? So if they want to come over this side, who's to stop them? Norway? They're Denmark? No, I'm sorry. No, it's Denmark, right? Denmark owns it. Not Norway. Denmark owns it. Anyway, Ian's back. He says the Epstein files. Do you research it all? Yeah, great. Show me where. Show me where in the Epstein files. Maybe copy and paste. Let me know what you think. You are trying. Stuart, you make me laugh, buddy. Very Amish. That's good. Oh, I'm getting late in the chats here. This is known. Dude, this Ian died. Whatever, man. Whatever. Yeah. All right. Or was that honest? Exactly. Have you seriously not being kept up with the Epstein files? Says Ian. He's still back on this shit. Yeah, I've been keeping up with it, and I've seen that Clinton's a whole bad guy. I've seen a whole bunch of people that are freaking horrible, absolute people. And the funny thing about it was Trump was the only reason that Trump's in the Epstein files is because he reported Epstein to the police. So, dumbass, pay attention, man. You're the one that's not listening to what's going on. So, freaking have a good night. Move on, dude. You're in the wrong place because you're an idiot. All right. So, just because Trump is in the files doesn't mean he's part of the operation. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Pastor. Exactly what I just kind of said. Just because Trump is in the files doesn't mean he's a part of the operation. Oh, yeah, Trump's in the files. Trump's name's listed 38,000 times. I'm Joy Behar and I'm a moron in The View. Yeah. Well, hey. So what? Yeah, he's in the files because he's freaking a rich billionaire and he doesn't like Epstein and he freaking wanted to get Epstein arrested and he threw him out of Mar-a-Lago. So be freaking smart. But anyway, there you go. All right. So is it Rochelle? What's up, bro? Okay. Well, what's up, bro? What is your content? My content. Well, okay. I mean, if you haven't been paying attention at all, content mostly political. We kind of lean towards right wing, but at the same time, we can talk about whatever we want to: sports, CDs, video games, whatever the hell you want to. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just kind of in the mood. It's a Friday night. I really don't have an agenda for everything else. If so, we've been talking for over 50 minutes, guys. So if you are here for the first time, please like and subscribe. I don't know how long ago. I actually got a poker game at 7:30 tonight. But so we'll go forward on that one. They didn't want to sell out because the Nords had their own culture and land. I think it's important to keep things sacred. Well, Pastor, yeah, and I agree with that one. I mean, things that are sacred, but are important, of course, yes. But when you say like, I hear it a lot. I hear it all the time. We do it this way because that's the way we've always done it. Well, you know what? Sometimes things change. Sometimes things just need to change. Sometimes things just need to be different. And in 2026, yeah, I get it. Sacred is important. And we're not saying we're going to go in there and bulldoze everything. Trump's not like, yeah, we're going to start building condos all along. Although he probably will. He probably will put Trump Casino Greenland up there. I would imagine he would do that. But overall, all the farmers, fishermen, the people that are I don't know, eating what? I'm trying to think the bear. God, what's the white bear? Yeah, I've had a few beers. The white bear. What the hell is his name? Oh, I feel like an idiot. I feel like an idiot because I can't remember that. I should go back to fucking reading Ian's comments on here. So anyway, I'll just move on, Pastor. I'm sorry. I'm just brain fart. Moving on. I need to go on. All right. So rubbish. You don't like Trump, but get over it. The files are about the real power structure. These perverts need to be stopped. It's the biggest story in our lifetime. Thank you, Fiona. Exactly. I'm assuming that's going right to Ian's point because yes. So shut up. It's rubbish, right? It's rubbish. You don't like Trump, get over it, right? That's the whole thing. The real power is based in morals and ethics. Yeah, I agree with that one. I can agree with that one. But again, I mean, if you want to bring it back to Trump, the idea was like, would I want to hang out with Trump on a Friday night? Probably not. But do I think he's one of the best presidents or the best president in the world? Yeah, I do. I do overall, just because. All right. So Stuart, thank you. The polar bear. I freaking lost. I could not think for the life of me what the white bear was. It's polar bear. I should have posed that as like a trivia question. Like, hey, for 200 points, what's the white bear that are found in the Arctic? And so not sounded like a dumbass that couldn't remember what a polar bear is, but so my apologies on that one. Thank you for Stuart for keeping me honest on that one. But so for sure, I know sometimes. Anyway, speaking of people in the Epstein files, what about Prince Andrew? I mean, are the guys still from Scotland and Ireland still on here? Because Prince Andrew got arrested on his 66th birthday of suspicion of misconduct. Are you guys following that story? I mean, I read it's the first time since the year 1660, 1660, that somebody in the royal family was arrested. What do you guys think about that? And he's not being arrested because of what he's in the files and he did the whole thing and all that. He was a pedophile, but he's in the files because he could have been selling secrets to Epstein. That it's crazy, right? I mean, that's a crazy thing on that one. But I don't know, to see a member of the royal family, or at least the past royal family, go down for that one. That's weird. So, all right. Mohammed says, no one is a saint in politics. Every leader has flaws, controversies, and decisions that can be criticized. That applies just as much as Donald Trump as to anyone else. Yep, exactly. Exactly on that one. You can support his policies or leadership styles, but treating any political figure as flawless ignores the reality of how politics works. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would love to say that everybody is, live in the glass house, don't throw stones. Everybody's perfect. Everybody's Jesus. All these things, that he is just an absolute perfect man. But honestly, and I can't speak for the rest of the world, maybe Muhammad can, but that doesn't work in American politics. Like, you can't be perfect. I'm reading a book right now about JFK, John Fitzgerald Kennedy. That guy was a horrible man. He was a horrible man. And there were a few other presidents in the history that basically, one of them, I forget which one, it was in the earlier days though, whatever. He had an affair, and then the lady that he had an affair with had a baby. Well, he ended up taking the baby and raising it with another family, and then had the woman committed as she was crazy, because it was like she was claiming that it was his baby, and he's like, no, it's not my baby, even though it was. And he had her committed, and it's like, that is terrible. It's a terrible situation. Again, this is like earlier on. I would probably say either like it had to be early 1800s, but I forget which one it was. It was one of the ones that didn't make it very long. Let's just put it that way. One term president. But there were a lot of bad people that were presidents. They all have really bad histories. There's a lot of my wife got me turned on to these things. This talks about all like the president history of presidents and stuff like that, and all the bad things that they did. And so it's pretty crazy that that's the case. So if Trump the worst, probably not, because there's been a lot of worse presidents on that one. But so do I get Avon for free now? What is that, Stuart? I missed that one, man. Clay's Dirt Fertilizers, welcome to the chat. I want some Mary Kay for free, yo. What? I'm missing something. Did I say something that I totally forgot about Avon or Mary Kay? I forget. All right, so back to Fiona. We got a president in Ireland with the biggest spoiled vote. She got in and then did some Illuminati hand sign. Check it out. Crazy. Oh, okay. All right. Let me look at that then. So you're saying the Ireland president? Illuminati. There's a lot of that going on right now. The hand signals, everything else. Thank God she doesn't have any power. All right. So, Pastor, I never said I didn't like Trump. I've been speaking good about how honest I think he is for years. Okay. I'll get it, Pastor, man. You're up and down. But hey, I like you. Welcome. Good to see you. President Johnson had a big dong and showed it off. And wow, I did not know that. Johnson was from Tennessee as well. He's one of the, actually, it's funny. We have now mentioned in the last 58 minutes and 13 seconds, all three presidents from Tennessee. We got Polk, we mentioned that earlier. We got Johnson and we got Jackson. So that's funny that I'm taking that down. Howard, I am taking that down now. That comment is gone and out of my mind. I don't want to talk about it. Pastor says Trump is way less corrupt than the sweetest politicians. All right. I'll take it for it. All the so-called good people in the Bible actually had flaws that are highlighted in the Bible, such as life, throw out dirt and mud. Yeah. I mean, that's a great comment right there. I mean, that's the thing, man. Jesus didn't save the people or the perfect people. Jesus did not come back here to say, you know what, I will die on the cross because everyone's just absolutely perfect. There's no sins. No, Jesus died on the cross for our sins. Not to get religious on y'all, but anyway, Stuart, I don't want to put this up. If I had $1 for every time someone said she had my baby. Oh boy. Oh man, Howard, and then Howard, of course, this is about the Johnson comment. I would too, but it's true. All right. I do. Fuck. You know what, Howard? I do too, but I don't show it off. Just saying. No, I can't believe I said that online, but anyway, I will say it fine. If I mentioned tonight, I've been happily married for 22 years. And when I say happily, my wife is very happy. So we'll do that one. But anyway, guys, we are coming up on 60 minutes, which in my book is 1 hour. So I appreciate it. If you're just joining me for the first time, please like and subscribe. I might be on tomorrow. I got a few things going on. And then Sunday between the hours of 6 to 7, I'll be on there as well. I'm going to finish off these topics. I'd have $3. Very cool. And then there is extreme propaganda against Trump in Sweden. Everybody thinks he's the devil here. See that, and the thing about that is extreme propaganda against Trump. That's what's interesting about the scenario on that one. So, yeah, I mean, if you take away all propaganda for that matter, if you just look at it on paper and find out what he's actually doing, that's it. So Howard says you to man. I think it's a good way. Excuse me, good way to end on that one. But hey guys, this has been fun. I think we did a lot of good stuff. We went all around the world. Thank you guys for visiting from Ireland and Scotland. And then Mohammed from he didn't say where he was today, but that guy's all over the world. So thanks for doing that one. This is my last comment. Johnson was a great outboard. The girls love Johnson. Stuart. Oh, Stuart, you're a good guy, man. You're a good guy. So wake up from this Goyism, people. Interesting. I gotta look at the word Goyism. I don't even know what that means. All right, Mohammed. But anyway, hey guys, I'm gonna check off because I got some things to do tonight. So you guys have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your time. Like I said, please watch and subscribe. Watch and subscribe if you can. Please watch those videos. I'm trying to hit watch hours. I got to hit 3,000 hours so I can get monetized. None of that is about the money, but it's just a good time. So go back in there, watch some of the videos, put the playlist on, put it on mute. I don't even care. Let it run. Just watch the hours. And yeah, Howard Clegg, I will be on here. I'll be between the hours 6 and 7. Typically, it's about 6:30 on Sunday. Hope you guys are all here. If you have topics, let me know. You can send it in the chat too. You can send it to some of the other videos. I read every single comment there is on there, and just let me know what's going on. So anyway, you guys have a good night.